Have you ever tried to divide things between people? Like, for example, maybe you bought a bunch of cherries and you were trying to figure out how many cherries does each person get? And then maybe there's 4 people in your family. And if you got 25 cherries, how would that work out? There'd be 1 left over, right? But if you got 24 cherries, each person would get 6. Or what about chores? Do you ever divide out the chores? Like at my house, there's 21 meals in a week, and we divide those out between the number of people. And if we have 3 people, that works fine because everybody makes 7 meals. But what if we have 4? Today we're going to be talking about factors. Factors are numbers, they're whole numbers that divide a number without a remainder. So there's ways that you can tell if a number can be divided by 2. It's pretty easy. If it's an even number, it can be divided by 2. Do you know how to tell if a number can be divided by 3? Add the digits. For example, if I have the number 12, you already know 12 can go in there. If I add the digits, 1 plus 2 equals 3. 12 can be divided by 3. Or how about 210? 2 plus 1 plus 0 equals 3. So this number can be divided by 3. If I had 211, 2 plus 1 equals 4. 3 does not go into that number. If the numbers add up to 6, like 4 plus 2 equals 6, 42 is divisible by 3. Or if they add up to 9, 4 plus 5 is 9, that number is also divisible by 3. Well, how do we tell if a number is divisible by 4 or 4 is a factor of that number? The way you tell for 4 is that you look at the last 2 numbers and see if 4 goes into them. For example, if I have 120, you already know that 20 can be divided evenly by 4, so 120 is divisible by 4. So you look at the last 2 digits for 4. How do you tell if a number is divisible by 5? If it ends with a 0 or 5. For example, the number 25 is divisible by 5. It ends with a 5. The number 40 is divisible by 5. It ends with a 0. How do you tell if a number is divisible by 6? Well, if 2 and 3 are factors, it's divisible by 6 because those are the factors of 6. To tell if something's divisible by 7, you just have to divide. Sorry, there's no trick for that one. How do you tell if a number is divisible by 8 or if 8 is a factor of that number? You look at the last 3 digits. And 9. I'm running out of room, so I'm going to erase this and put 9 on here. You can tell that a number is divisible by 9 by adding the digits. For example, if you have 18, 1 plus 8 equals 9. That number is divisible by 9. 19, 1 plus 9 equals 10. That number is not divisible by 9. And the last divisibility rule, 10. It ends with a 0. For example, 20, 30, 40, all end with zeros. Those numbers are all divisible by 10. 10 is a factor of 20, 30, 40, and so on. All right, have fun with the divisibility rules and finding factors.